Warren Fletcher, and I'm just down here in front of EcoNova Production Studios in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I had an interesting question that was posed to me after this latest trip to the Alexander Macomb. Somebody asked, how much do you weigh when you have all your dive gear on? And I'd actually like to know that myself. And for simplicity, I think I'll put everything into this bin. I already weighed this. It weighs 10 pounds. So we'll just subtract 10 pounds off the total. This is all of the equipment that I would have had on me, strapped to my body when I tried climbing up the ladder after diving Alexander Macomb. When I jumped in the water, I actually would have had my camera as well, which weighs, I'd say, probably 20 or 25 pounds. We'll just add this stuff up, just out of curiosity, just to see, am I more machine or am I more man when I go diving? I'm going to very much guess machine, but we'll see. Things I put in here already are my nitrox bottles, 36%, 80% nitrox for decompression. And this is my light battery. Got my ankle weights, a couple accessories, you know, your spare light, knife, always important to have that stuff, fins and boots, a couple of deco regs. I got more regulators than I know what to do with. We call this an SMB, surface marker buoy. Has a small air cylinder that attaches right to it, screws in there, and in the case of an emergency, you just open that valve up, and this bag blows up. That floats up to the surface, and then the people on the surface know there's an emergency. And if we had got caught in the current, this right here would save our bacon. We'd shoot that to the surface, and the boat would be able to follow along with us while we did our decompression. Otherwise, we would have just drifted off into oblivion, probably never to be seen again. So this is just basically a reel to hold a bunch of line onto. You can clip that off to something. You can clip it off to your marker buoy. You can clip it off to the down line, and then you can swim out on that line. And you can always find your way back. So that's basically your insurance policy for finding your way home. If you ever handy Abyss dry suit. I've been doing this diving a long time, and I haven't seen anything that's as rugged and tough. 190 pounds of Warren. I'm actually kind of fat right now. I'm usually about 180, so pretty much everything here. I'll probably tip the scale with this. Springs are going to be shooting everywhere.
Yeah, I'd say 275.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 275 plus the dry suit. Round up to 280. These monsters are OMS 131s. They're, I think, pretty much the biggest tank in the market. You can't beat these babies for volume. Here, we got a good 130 pounds. So there you go. I got 130 pounds just in regulators and tanks on my back. The 280. Plus 130, 410 pounds. We've learned that I wear 220 pounds of gear when I go diving, tech diving. And there's a lot of stuff I forgot to weigh as well. My dive underwear, like I said, my camera and light system, all kind of stuff that not to mention just the water that would be sticking to your body.
Well, the people watching the show, when they see you climbing up over the rail, with all that gear on.
Yeah, there you go.
You can say that.
I can say I definitely weigh well over 400 pounds and getting on towards 500 pounds. So believe it or not, I'd say on average about 450 pounds when we're doing one of these deep tech dives. And the tanks are empty. Believe it or not, tanks when they are full actually weigh more. And as well as the deco bottles, which are empty now. So when we're talking about full back gas, camera, batteries, lights, suit, underwear, everything, we're talking about close to 500 pounds of diver.